Good evening, everyone, and welcome to BHASVIC. My name's Will Baldwin. I'm principal here, and I'm delighted to welcome you to BHASVIC this evening for our open evening. My aim over the next 15 minutes is to outline what I think is special about BHASVIC and demonstrate to you that students are at the heart of our institution. Our mission is to transform lives through learning. We want to meet the individual needs of our students, supporting them to achieve and encouraging them to participate, not only in the BHASVIC community, but the wider community too. And I think these points help illustrate what is special about BHASVIC and the benefits of coming here. Coming to a sixth form college is a transitional time. It's also a very short period of time. And within 2 years, students are making their way to various destinations. In that time, we hope that we help students journey towards adulthood. They're becoming specialists whilst they're here. They're becoming specialists in the subjects that they take, and they're being taught by specialists who day in, day out teach A-level or level 3 groups to this standard. I'll return to some of the other points in my slide throughout the presentation, but for now, if I may, I want to concentrate on our success. We are a very high-performing college. If you take both raw results, as in student grade outcomes, and value-added results, which is a measure the government applies to us as an institution, have we made a difference, has BHASVIC made a difference to outcomes, then BHASVIC is in the top 3 sixth form colleges nationally for both measures, which is a unique and outstanding achievement. There are around 100 sixth form colleges, just under, nationally, but if you go on to the government's Compare Schools Performance Tables sites, you'll see that in terms of all colleges in the country, over 350, BHASVIC is 4th for A-level outcomes. And for value-added scores, which I said before is the progress that students make while they're here, we are the 2nd best college nationally. That's not just sixth form college, that is all colleges, 368 colleges nationally. And I think if you want a better college for value-added, then you'll have to go to Rochdale, which I guess is a bit too far to commute from here. If you look at overall state providers, there are over 3,000 providers of A-levels in this country, and BHASVIC comes out as 26th, so in the top 1% of all state providers of A-level. And that is something we're incredibly proud of. I think it's testament to the hard work, dedication, expertise of our teaching staff here, but also down to our students, who are one of our greatest assets. Nearly 2/3 of outcomes here are A-star, A or B grades, which again shows that BHASVIC is an aspirational college which sets high standards for students, which students achieve. With that high grade percentage outcome, we're over 10% above sixth form benchmarks. I talked about getting students in and getting them onto the right courses and having a short space of time here. It's also incredibly important that we get them to the right destination. And we have tailored support for students going to university, including Oxbridge. And we managed to place 37 students to either Oxford or Cambridge last year. And the statistic highlighted behind me, I think, is incredible in that BHASVIC is the highest state provider of students to Cambridge. At the moment, we are processing over 800 university applications, and many of those are to high-tier universities in the Russell Group. And many might be to the Oxbridge for their course choices, for example, Media Studies and Bournemouth. Government data shows that BHASVIC students, when at university, do better than students from other institutions. And I hope in part that is down to the education they receive here in terms of learning how to learn, as well as learning what to learn. I've talked a bit about our dedicated support for students going to Oxford or Cambridge. That equally exists for students who apply for medicine. But it's not all about university destinations here. Students take a tutorial pathway in their second year that sets them up for the destination of their choice and gives them every opportunity to succeed in getting to where they want to go. For example, the Art Foundation pathway and the employment pathway, which could concentrate on any number of things from CVs to interview skills to placements and apprenticeships, are becoming increasingly important. And it's not just us who thinks we are successful. Ofsted have confirmed that, and confirm that across every judgment they made in every category, we are an outstanding college. My vision for BHASVIC is to be a contemporary, creative learning community. And if I may, I'm going to dwell on those words and expand to you why I think we are that. BHASVIC is a creative, contemporary college, and I hope you pick up on that tonight. It may not feel like it sitting in the hall of an old grammar school, but as you go round college, I hope you see that our accommodation, led by our new copper building, is first class and sets the standard of the expansion we have in mind. We use technology to help track students, to communicate with them, to help personalise their learning and ensure they know at all times where they are, where they're going, and what they need to do to get there. We've invested in up-to-date resources and equipment, and this is an example of our new Mac suite in media. And we hope that we're preparing our students for contemporary futures in contemporary careers. This is an example of an ex-student attending our BHASVIC Oscar-style ceremony at the end of the year, who's come back from her role at Radio 1 to support students in the college she came to. And speaking of students, they help set this college as a contemporary place with the varied clubs and societies that they start up and run. And here's an example of our Freshers' Fair with a student signing up to the Feminist Society. We're a creative college too. Brighton is a creative city, students are creative people, and teaching is a creative vocation. Our teachers are constantly reviewing their practice and keeping up to date with current methods within teaching, learning and assessment research. Behind me is our teaching and learning Twitter feed, which is the first thing that staff see when they log onto a browser here. It allows staff to have the latest research drip-fed into their teaching and to allow them to discuss approaches and reflect on them to ensure students experience the best possible lessons. I've talked about our staff being creative, our students are creative too, and many subjects allow them to experience that creativity, to flourish in different areas, in both traditionally creative subjects, and I hope you get a chance to see some of these tonight, but also to go on to use their creativity in their future pathways as demonstrated by these examples. But creativity occurs in non-traditional subjects too. For example, here's chemistry students as winners of the National Chemistry Challenge, taking part in a non-curriculum challenge which has allowed them to think creatively around the subject that they're obviously passionate about. The next part of my presentation concentrates on the learning of that contemporary creative learning community. And of course, learning is at the heart of what we do here. One of the greatest strengths of coming to a sixth form college is the opportunity to do any combination of over 40 subjects. And it's not just A-levels that BHASVIC offers. There's an increasing growth of BTEC subjects here too. And behind me are just some of the subjects that we offer. If I might just dwell on this for a bit, You may well have heard that A-levels have reformed over the past couple of years, and students entering in September 2017 will be the first cohort to have fully linear A-levels. We've got a list of subjects that has been shifting around a bit, not because of BHASVIC's choices, but because the government has been reviewing subjects on offer. And I would point out tonight that our prospectus is not the most up-to-date source of information here, so do use subject leaflets that you see tonight and our website to help confirm your choices. It's with sadness that archaeology has been withdrawn as a subject. We are fighting to try and keep that, and if you are interested in it, then do please speak to the department tonight. And contrary to some press reports, classical civilization is still available and offered for September. We've got new BTECs on offer in media, music and performance studies, so if you're interested in those, please do go along to those departments tonight. BHASVIC doesn't sign up to a two-tiered approach to subjects. All subjects are equal in value, and all subjects help facilitate the right future for individual students. What you need to decide tonight is what subjects you might think you want to do, so we can discuss them further with you at interview. So have a look around, explore all options, think about what you're good at, think about what you enjoy, and think about what you might be doing after college. Please also bear in mind that not all subjects are in their department teaching locations tonight to help us manage the flow of people, and it is busy, and I would say it's not this busy on every college day because it's not usual for students to bring their parents with them to college. One thing that's very special about BHASVIC is that it has a learning culture here. It's seen to be okay, in fact it's even cool to be learning here. It's fine to get out your maths homework and do that in one of our social spaces. In fact, it usually attracts other students to help and discuss that learning. I describe this culture as a high-challenge, low-threat environment. BHASVIC is a safe place to learn, and again, it's a transitional place to learn, helping students to take responsibility for their own learning, to encourage them to become lifelong learners with the skills that will set them up for whatever they choose to do to become lifelong learners, to help them overcome any obstacles they may face and to reach the right destinations. There are plenty of ways that we help students achieve that outside of the classroom. For example, subject extensions give students the opportunity to deepen their learning in subject areas outside of taught classroom. And there is extensive study support for students, not just for those who have specific needs that we know about. There are drop-in opportunities for anyone who needs support in whatever guise. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, then please do visit Study Support tonight. Although we're a large sixth form college, around 2,700 students, I do think BHASVIC retains a sense of community and belonging. I want our students to feel part of a community, I want them to be involved in the wider community, and I want to help them become responsible, considerate citizens. We draw from a wide range of schools, and this lovely group of students are my first year A-level psychology group. So they have to suffer me teaching them, and what I got them to do, and I don't think you can see it too well, but you'll get the idea, is write the school that they came from on their mini whiteboard, and represented in that class, and I guess it's fairly typical, are over 15 different schools. Students help create and shape our community here. The Student Union is a key body, and they are elected by students and represent students, and I hope that tonight you're able to speak to some of our students. As I've said, they are our greatest asset. Students also help feed into our student council programme to ensure that senior managers and other managers have feedback directly from students, both through students and through staff. And as I've already alluded to, students help create our wide enrichment provision with various clubs and societies, and they are key to the community that is central to BHASVIC. And they can run from the traditional, with D of E included in that, and music and drama. And again, I hope you had a chance to see the Evita performance either earlier or later, and we look forward to seeing that. And also to plentiful trips and visits, some for fun, some a bit more serious and closer to home, others a bit further away, and I guess a bit of fun and a bit of study, or a lot of study. Fundraising as well is a key part of what our Students' Union do, and again a key part of teaching students about those who are less fortunate themselves, both in our and other communities. I really hope that in August 2019 we will be celebrating your success, having had a fantastic couple of years with us at BHASVIC. It's worth just dwelling on what happens next. Please get your application forms in by the 2nd of December. You'll be invited to attend an interview which will happen before March, and then you need to concentrate on doing your best in your GCSE exams. After that, we'll invite you back in. We'll get you to be a student here at BHASVIC at Moving On Day. You'll be set some work to do over the summer, and then we'll see you after you get your results for enrolment, and we look forward to that. I must just say before I end, though, that BHASVIC may not be the right place for everyone, and part of being here tonight and looking around the college is to help you decide that. We very much hope you do come to us and look forward to receiving your application. I hope you have a very good night looking round, and I wish you a very good evening. Thank you.